Hey guys, it's Flame Strikes Windfire again. I was thinking about what I could blog about, and I thought I'd do a quick little video because I was thinking about movies yesterday. And I was thinking about movies in the last, year or two that I've seen in the movie theater because I myself seldom go to the movie theater because it's too expensive. I never seem to have the time. But I did manage to get to see a couple of movies over the last couple of years that were really good. I just totally enjoyed them. But there were also movies that I saw mostly on DVD that in the last couple of years that totally surprised me. Like, I watched it, I bought or rented the DVD, and I'm truly, truly surprised at how good they were. Oh, and there's Lucy. Want to see Lucy? Come on, Lucy. You can be in my blog. See? This is Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. She's like, no, 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 I don't want to be held. Ah, okay, the cameras. Yeah, anyway. So there were a couple of movies that truly surprised me and how much I liked. But then I thought, well, there are some movies out there that have truly become classics, and these are ones that when I watched it, whether it was in the movie theater or whether it was on DVD or VHS, I fell in love with them. And these are movies that I have seen countless times. Some I have even, can recite verbatim. So I just wanted to give you guys some of these examples and ask you the same questions. The three categories are what movies have you watched in the last couple of years on the big screen, and maybe why, and I'll go into that more as I list off. Movies that you have seen in the last couple of years that were surprising, like you weren't expecting it to be good, but they were really awesome. Whether it was the acting, the cinematography, the music, the genre itself was just really awesome. And then, what are some of your guys' favorite classic movies? Movies that are, whether they're a cult phenomenon or just movies you watch so much that you could quote them with some of your best friends verbatim. So let's get started. First of all, movies that I watched in the theater in the last couple of years. Recently, I got to see Black Swan with Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis. Oh my God. I wanted to see it because when I was younger, I danced ballet, and I have always found ballet fascinating. And it's Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, so, why not? Oh my God. Suspenseful, amazing, the talent that went into that movie and the cinematography and the special effects. Wow. Holy crap. And we're not even talking about the one scene between Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis. Not even going there because that's scene into of itself. Russell Crowe's Robin Hood. I saw that twice. And I just started watching Russell Crowe movies because I never really made a big issue about him being like, oh, he's so fabulous. But I love the story of Robin Hood, and I've seen the Kevin Costner version, the Walt Disney version. I haven't seen the Errol Flynn version back, way, way, way back, but that's on the list. But wow. Truly, truly impressed. I love the story. The acting was phenomenal. And I had another reason for liking the movie because one of the lead singers of Great Big Sea, Alan Doyle, got his film debut in that as Alan Adale, which was really awesome. So, yeah, Robin Hood. I also got to see Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on the big screen. First time I ever saw an Indiana Jones movie on the big screen. That was pretty awesome. For me, that was pretty epic. I know it was kind of like half and half. Some people were like, oh, it's so good. Other people were like, it's okay. Other people were like, it's good, but it's just weird to see Harrison Ford with Russians instead of Nazis, or Harrison Ford in the 50s instead of the 30s, 40s. But dude, you know, it's an Indiana Jones movie, and it's an adventure movie. You can't not like. I mean, if you love adventure movies in that classic style, you have to at least like it for that, whether or not you think the story plot was a little on the hokier side. I love Legends, and I have read and seen documentaries about that same kind of legend. Take it for whatever it's worth. It's a legend. Doesn't have to make sense. Just has to be fun. And last one I'm going to mention that I saw in the theaters, I'm only going to mention because I hated it. I hated it with a passion. I went to go see it with a friend of mine who was also into the same kind of genre, and we're both like, no. That would be Drag Me to Hell. It didn't. I don't know if it was... Acting was okay. I mean, there wasn't anything that made me go, ugh. But it was just not a good movie. Not a good movie at all. No, thank you. So, Drag Me to Hell. Movies that I was surprised by. And these are movies that, some of them came out more than 2 years ago, but I just got around to watching them, that were very surprising. I wasn't sure what to expect, being one of them, or I was just curious, and I'm like, well, I'll take a chance. So, a couple of quickie ones. On the Nativity Story, which is, I'm awestruck as a person who, and I pointed this out to a lot of people, not a faith-driven, well, I am faith-driven, but I'm not so focused on the hardcoreness, I guess. I've always loved the Nativity Story. I thought it was a very beautiful story, and I've seen cartoon adaptations and plays and presentations of it, and some are good, some are bad. I've never seen a full-length movie about the Nativity, but wow. I mean, it made Mary and Joseph and Mary's family come to life, and even God and the angel. I mean, it made them more real, and I'm like, not that I necessarily believe wholeheartedly in the truth behind it, but the story makes more sense and it seems more real to me. Keisha Castle-Hughes, phenomenal. She truly made Mary a real person. I could totally sympathize with her. Yeah, just awesome. Then there was 500 Days of Summer with Zooey Deschanel. Oh my god. I mean, I've fallen in love with Zoe since Elf, but I got into She and Him, which is her music group, her music collaborative effort with M. Ward, and her voice is so awesome. She writes amazing songs. She plays the piano. I mean, this girl can do anything, and she can act. Even in The Happening, which was very subpar, but we won't go there. 500 Days of Summer, her and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, amazing pair, worked well off of each other. I give it a thumbs up. I recommend anybody watching it because it's just a fun, cute little romantic comedy without the super sap. Little Miss Sunshine, another one. I heard a lot of good things. I said, you know what? I should take the opportunity to see this movie. So I saw it, and wow. Mad props to the entire cast. They did an awesome job. Funny, hilarious, and a lot of truth rings true in child pageantry and whatnot. State of Play with Russell Crowe. Again, I got curious and watched it for other reasons, because in the opening credits, a Great Big Sea song, the night Pat Murphy died, played, so I kind of wanted to see that, but watched the whole movie, and I truly, truly enjoyed it. Russell Crowe did an awesome job, so State of Play. And then one other one I want to mention for a surprising was I had rented The Other Boleyn Girl, thinking I was going to be getting the Natalie Portman version and Scarlett Johansson. Turned out I got the BBC version with two lovely ladies who I can't think the names off the top of the head. I will put them in annotation so you know somewhere in the video. But, wow. Very good. Very real. Just an all-around very good movie. So then, let's see, I had movies that I think are classics. Okay, these movies I'm about to list off are movies that I have watched for years and years and years. And most of them, I can recite lines or the whole movie pretty much verbatim because they were so good on whatever level. I mean, to some people, they're probably cheesy, but they were just so well played out. Either the acting or just were just really awesome, and they became instant classics. The first one is Ghostbusters. Me and my friend Amanda can quote this movie. Yeah, they're pretty much verbatim. I mean, we go back and forth with the lines. It's just a fun movie. The characters are so likable, or likable in a awkward sense. But yeah, I can't help but watch it over and over and over again, and it just brings a smile to my face every time I watch it. Next is Labyrinth by Jim Henson and George Lucas, with music done by, well, at least some of the music done by David Bowie. So talk about a mega trio right there. And while it's probably not the most amazing script-wise, it's just fun. I mean, you have Jim Henson's Muppet animatronic creatures of amazingness. I mean, Ludo, Sir Didymus, Hoggle, the Worm, the man with the bird on his head, the junk lady. I mean, these are all characters that I grew up with and I just love. And God knows I would love to visit the Labyrinth at any moment and battle the Goblin King. I mean, mind you, David Bowie is, whew, I think, any young girl's ultimate fantasy. The hair, the tights, the voice. Yeah, sing to me anytime, David. And then, let's see. Oh, here's one that, while it's not something I can recite verbatim, I love watching it. The movie Scorched with Rachel Lee Cook, Woody Harrelson, John Cleese, and Alicia Silverstone was just, oh my God, so fun. Laughing the whole time. I mean, it's basically a simple premise. You have several bank workers in this small desert bank out in Nevada. They don't like their job. They hate their boss. And they all manage to get away with their little crimes against their employer. Just funny. Just funny movie. I highly recommend it. I highly suggest you check it out. And the last one I wanted to mention is the Toy Story movies. And where I'm talking 1, 2, and 3. They're just, you can watch them, you can quote them, you can sing the songs, you love the characters, you even grew up with the characters. It doesn't get any better than that, than just Buzz and Woody. The quintessential heroes / arch nemesises / whatever you want to call them. The spaceman versus the cowboy, but in the end, they're all family, and you just love them to death. So, I'm going to leave you with this. Feel free to comment, feel free to post a video response, whatever, but tell me which movies in the last couple years you have seen in the theaters that you've truly liked or disliked, movies that you saw in the last couple years, even if they're older, but you first saw them in the last couple years, that you were totally surprised by. You were expecting, oh, this will, you know, I don't know anything about it, but it totally surprised you, you totally loved it, or you totally hated it. And what are some of your favorite movies that you consider to be ultimate classics? Let me know, and I'll catch you later. Bye.